Hey everyone, I finished watching the next Ninja Storm episode, Good Will Hunter. I like this episode a lot. I remember seeing this one when I was a kid, and I was a big fan of it then too. Um, I don't know one of the things I really liked about it was definitely it focuses on Hunter, and it's just a fun little story. There's nothing like the stakes aren't super high or anything. It's just kind of a fun little story with the Rangers. So it starts off with the Rangers are all trying to win an extreme sports video contest, except Hunter, who's taking part in a Big Brother program, uh, playing a Big Brother to a little kid who had lost his father recently. Mara and Capri, meanwhile, traded Lothor's PAM, personal alien manager, for an eyelash curler. Yeah, okay. So meanwhile, the Rangers ask Cam to use his camera, and he agrees, but under the condition that only he can operate the camera, and they don't touch it. Each Ranger gets their own equal amount of time to be filmed with the camera. So then Hunter goes off with his little brother for the day, but it's a bit of a bummer. They don't seem to share any interests, and the kid, Charlie, by the way, doesn't really want any special attention. He knows why Hunter's there. He knows who he is, and he appreciates the effort. But he doesn't really want to be with anybody. He wants to be by himself. And as a kid who was kind of in that similar situation, yeah, I understand what the kid feels, and maybe that's another reason why this episode always connected with me because I kind of related to Charlie a bit. Oh, and also it turns out that Charlie is the kid who has Lothor's PAM. Why did he have an eyelash curler to trade for it? Whatever. Mar and Capri see Charlie, and they dress up as girl guards selling salsa. Anyway, apparently girl guards are a real thing, kind of a Girl Scout thing. Charlie knows what they are and knows that they don't sell salsa. So he takes one of the bottles, squirts it in their faces, and slams the door on them. I kind of wonder why they didn't just take the PAM from him. Like, they're bigger than he is. They're aliens. They have, like, super strength. They could just take it from him. This is like Carlos and Sylvie way back in space. When she has the pictures of him, like, he could just take them from her. Like, he's an adult. She's like 8. Just take the pictures from her. So anyway, it sets up a conflict, whatever. Let's see. The Rangers get a call about a Kelzak attack, and they go to take care of it, and they find only 2 Kelzaks. And I love that the Kelzaks are just kind of standing around casually, and one of them's like doing stretches or something. But the Rangers are like, oh, well, we gotta take care of them anyway. And it's kind of funny, because the Kelzaks are just minding their own business. They're not even attacking or doing anything. They just showed up. So I'm wondering, like, without Lothor's influence, would the Kelzaks be nice? Like, would they just be wandering around being, like, just normal? Anyway, then suddenly, there's a whole bunch more Kelzaks that show up, and the Rangers are like, whoa, what's going on? They're all over the place, and then it turns out that Charlie is pressing buttons on the PAM, summoning more and more Kelzaks, but then they all disappear when he drops the thing. And then Mar and Capri, up on the spaceship, they buy Lothor a new PAM, but they made a mistake. It turns out it's an MAP, make a puppy. And Lothor presses the button and it makes a puppy. Ah, it's cute. Can we keep it? And I love Lothor's response here. No! I just love the response he gives. I don't know why he's so, like, offended by the mere suggestion that they're keeping the puppy. No! And then the puppy chases the shrunken Chubo around, which... Oh, there's Chubo! Remember him? He's still around. Kind of weird. This is his first appearance since being shrunk. Seems like they would have peppered in some appearances with him, like, here and there, just to remind people that, yeah, Chubo's still around. We didn't forget about him. He's not dead or anything. So whatever. Anyway, let's see. Charlie's playing with the PAM again and summons a new monster, DJ Drummond. And let's see. Okay, then let's see. So he summons DJ Drummond. The Rangers go to fight DJ Drummond, but then it disappears because Charlie keeps pressing buttons on the PAM. Then he keeps doing it, and then summons a bunch of Kelzaks into his room and gets attacked by them, which is weird. Why would the Kelzaks attack him? He has the PAM. Do they, like, not like people or something? Are they somehow hardwired to only, like, respect Lothor and Lothor's minions or something? Whatever. Hunter is nearby, he goes in, he fights off the Kelzaks, and then discovers that he and Charlie do have something in common. They both know martial arts and have an interest in martial arts. So they finally have something to bond over. Cool. So then they go off to do something. I don't know. The room has to be empty so that Mar and Capri can come in and steal back the PAM. Then Charlie shows up and scares them away. Mar and Capri are kind of dumb in this episode, and most episodes. So then Ninja Ops, meanwhile, Cam shows the Rangers the Extreme Sports video footage. And the Rangers are disappointed with it. Remember this plot that was going on? Because I kind of forgot about it for a second there. So anyway, the Rangers are all watching the footage, and they're like, it's cool, but it's not enough. And Cam's like really confident, and he's happy with it. And then they try to explain, or him and Sensei try to explain to the Rangers that, well, see, the footage isn't edited together yet. We still have to edit it for it to be the video. But then they have to, let's see, go fight the monster because Mar and Capri got the PAM back. They summoned the monster. So the Rangers defeat it. Lothor tries to make it grow, but makes Chubo grow back to normal size. By accident. Sure, why not? So then he grows DJ Drummond, but the monster's quickly defeated anyway. Didn't really mean a whole lot. It was just a weird little drum monster. Didn't really do a whole lot. He's voiced by Michael Hurst, and that's cool. Not a whole lot else interesting about him. So then at Stormcharger, Charlie and Hunter have a conversation with each other about Charlie losing his father, and I really like this scene. Charlie's talking to Hunter, and it feels like such a natural conversation. It just flows really smoothly. It feels like a real kid and friend having a conversation, and I really like it. It's a really, really good scene. I'm so glad Hunter got to be like in this type of role in an episode like this. It gives us such more of an insight to who he is, and it's nice to have some more nuances about him. So then, let's see, they go over to watch on TV. Turns out they won the Extreme Sports Video Contest, and they see Cam's edited video for the first time. And they're all happy with it. And then up on Lothor's spaceship, Mar and Capri are cleaning up spots where their puppy peed. Okay. And then Chubo shows up to chase the puppy around, revenge for chasing him around earlier. Then he slips on one of the pee puddles. And then Mar and Capri crack up laughing. The puppy turns and goes, "Pfft," just like Jeb would in VR Troopers. Perfect cap to the episode. I really like this episode. There is so much cool stuff going on. And I never really thought about it before, but yeah, the Rangers story is really disconnected from everything else going on. I think that Hunter's story on its own could have worked, and the Rangers story could have worked for its own separate episode. But then again, the Rangers story doesn't really have much of a conflict. Everything kind of goes their way. There's an Extreme Sports video contest. They want Cam to shoot footage of each of them. Cool, Cam agrees. He shoots the footage, no problem. They see the footage. They're kind of disappointed by it, but Cam immediately explains, oh, well, I'm going to edit it together. Then they see the edited footage. They won. I guess that's why it's kind of the B plot to this story, because there's not much conflict there, but I don't know. I think it could have worked on its own. Also, I just really like the characters in Ninja Storm. Ninja Storm has really strong characters, really strong actors who play really well with each other. They all have great chemistry together. Everything works really, really well. So even though it is a disconnected story, it's fine. It's entertaining. I like it. Let's see. Looking through my notes. One of the things I really liked about the Rangers story, and also just kind of the story in general, it's kind of a slice of life story that we don't get often in Power Rangers. Usually in Power Rangers, yeah, the story is like action, it's fight the monster, or in recent years, it's learn a forced lesson and also fight the monster, and then also there's some stupid bullcrap going on that doesn't matter or connect to anything at Buzz Blast, or with Victor and Monty, or what Ben and Betty are doing, or I don't like any of that crap, but back to the good episode here. Let's see. Mar and Capri are really funny in this episode. They're really airheaded, but I love that. I love that they're airheaded enough to trade Lothor's PAM for cosmetics. The Girl Guard disguises are pretty silly looking, and they work for the gag. Although I think the name Girl Guard is really awkward. I think maybe they could have tried a little harder with the name, the writers. One of the weird things, though, I wonder why they didn't dress up as the scouts that Kimberly and, crap, was it just Kimberly who was leading, like, a little Girl Scout troop way back in Mighty Morphin, and their suits actually kind of looked like Girl Scout suits. The Girl Guard suits look more like a beer mascot. um, Anyway, oh yeah, the MAP, make a puppy joke is one of my favorite gags in the whole series. I love when Lothor, he presses the button, makes a puppy, he turns it over. This isn't my PAM, it's an MAP, make a puppy. It's a really funny gag, and it's always been one of my favorite jokes in all of Ninja Storm. And, I'm not sure if the joke could be made now, because MAP is a real-world acronym for a real thing, and it doesn't stand for Make a Puppy. Moving on. Chubo's reintroduction is really awkward, and I'm guessing the writers knew that he was going to return at some point, but they weren't sure when. So they just shrunk him in the past episode, and this was their plan to bring him back. We'll, have him, like, still around, and then have him grow somehow. And, I don't know, Lothor... The focus on the PAM in this episode, I think, was a good choice, because, like, we know that it's an important device, and yeah. I don't know, it works okay, but I really think that they should have sprinkled in some appearances by him in between his last appearance and this appearance. I think that would have helped things be a little smoother. Not a whole lot else to say about this episode. I really like this episode. It is a really, really good episode of Power Rangers Ninja Storm. Let's see, what's the next episode? All About Beevil. I remember liking that one okay. Don't have, like, any super strong opinions on it like this one or I Love Lothor or anything, but, Let's see, any cool ones coming up? Not really. We got a couple of standalone episodes coming up, so that's cool. We're staying away from the, multi-parters, at least for a little while. So, looking forward to the rest. Hope you enjoyed this. See ya.